The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. Before we start, 2 important points. If you have any questions, please use the chat box on the right side. And the session will be recorded, so you can access the recording afterwards. We'll wait 2 minutes because a few attendees are left, and then we are going to start, I think, in 1 or 2 minutes. So, again, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining our webinar today. Today we are going to talk about the SAP integration with Alteryx. The technical part will be done by my colleague, Koda. He's our responsible person for the product management and pre-sales department. And my name is Benjamin, and I'm one of our marketing and sales guys. Here you can see our agenda. So we start with a short overview about the company, about our products, and then we are going to show you a comparison relating to our products Xtract for Alteryx and Xtract Universal. And after that, we are going to have a look at the dedicated products and combine it with a live demo. And as I already told, if you have any questions, please use the chat box on the right side, and we will answer them afterwards in the Q&A session. So we are going to start with an overview about our company. We were founded in 2004, so we are in the market for 15 years now. And yeah, we are specialized in SAP integration. That means we can only SAP integration and we do only SAP integration. In this area, we have over 2,900 customers worldwide. It starts from the Swabian middle class company to several big companies. We have also some exotic birds, like the platinum mine in Zimbabwe or the dairy in Kenya. Very important for us are our partners because, as you can see, 95% of the revenue are done by license sales. That means it's very important to have good partners worldwide which support us relating to the consulting part. And yeah, as you can see, we have around 180. We have 40 employees, and most of them are based at our headquarters here in Stuttgart. And besides that, we have a subsidiary in Seattle, Paris, and in Hong Kong. Here are a few references of us. As I already said, we have companies from all big industries. And yeah, it starts from big oil companies to healthcare companies and foodstuff companies. Obviously, as a company based in Stuttgart, it's common courtesy to have Daimler as a customer also. Yeah, that's all from my side, and now Koda will take care of the technical part.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin, so far. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Koda. I'm responsible for pre-sales and product management, as Benjamin has introduced me. I'm delighted to talk to you today about SAP integration with Alteryx and the 2 approaches that we offer that we support you with that. Let me introduce our portfolio. So, as has been said at the beginning, we are a software vendor specialized in the development of SAP interfaces and SAP connectors. we distinguish between two areas. The right area is for process integration, where SAP systems, data, processes integrates with processes that are running maybe in portals like SharePoint or Office 365, with workflows like maybe Nintex, K2, or Microsoft, and other cloud applications. One example is if you have, for example, a process order in SAP and you want to transfer this process order part, for example, to your portal or to your workflow and so on. The left area is for business intelligence. Here, everything has to do with mass data extraction from SAP systems, SAP transactional systems like ERP systems, S/4HANA system, or SAP Business Warehouse or BW on HANA. Here we traditionally come from the environment of SQL Server, the data warehouse from Microsoft, and a large part of our customers use this technology. But we have started to support non-Microsoft solutions, and one of the solutions is surely Alteryx, where we offer two approaches. The one is Xtract for Alteryx, and the other one is Xtract Universal. So later we will talk about the two approaches, the two products separately. And then we have further products like, for example, Xtract IS for the Microsoft supporting services, or a board connector for the board BI platform, and so far. So that is so far about the portfolio. And let's start with the two approaches possible and the two products that we offer. Yeah? So here we see in the upper part the approach with Xtract for Alteryx. The scenario is the following. We have the SAP system here on the left side. What we see, as I've told you at the beginning, SAP means for us as a source system. It can be in ERP system, it can be in S/4HANA system, it can be BW system, it can be in BW for HANA system, and so far. That can be used as a source system. We offer Xtract for Alteryx as an SAP connector that is embedded directly in the Alteryx Designer. So in the Alteryx Designer, you can use it to define your connection to your SAP system, to define which data would you like to extract, and then you can process that data directly in your workflow in Alteryx. And if you have Alteryx server, sure, you can deploy that on the server and schedule it and so far. Yeah. So this is here the first approach, let me say, the self-service approach, where you as an Alteryx user would directly define your SAP extraction, would directly access your SAP data from within your Alteryx workflow. The second approach is with Xtract Universal. So here the same on the left side, you still have the SAP system as a source system, and then you have Xtract Universal as standalone extractor. Here you would define in the Xtract Universal Designer your SAP connection, your SAP extraction, which data would you like to extract and so far. And then Xtract Universal can offer that data for different destinations and environments. One of them is Alteryx. So you go to the Alteryx Designer, you have again here plugin, and from that plugin you will access the extraction that you have defined in the Alteryx Designer. So these are the two approaches. We will discuss each approach separately and in detail. I would give you a live demo and show you that and give you the benefits and the key benefits of this approach. So let's start now with the first approach, with the Xtract for Alteryx. So here we see the architecture again. So we have here the SAP system as a source system. Technically, we connect to the SAP system that is based on the NetWeaver stack using the SAP RFC protocol. And if your SAP system is based on NetWeaver, so that is supported, and it can run in your own network, in your enterprise network, it can run in the cloud, in the private cloud, and so far. So that all is supported. Okay? And sure, all modules in SAP are supported, so no restrictions so far. Then Alteryx, you have the Alteryx Designer, and when you install our product, except for Alteryx, so that would be as a tool, as in a plugin directly that can be used in your Alteryx Designer, and it comes with different components, as you see, or different connectors, and which each component enables you to extract specific source objects from the SAP systems. Yeah. So, for example, here you have a table component that enables you to extract data from SAP tables. So that can be master data, can be configuration data, that can be your transactional data, and so far. This table is, enables you to extract mass data. Even when we talk about millions, then and hundreds of millions of rows, that would be supported. And so far in SAP, you have different table types. For example, it can be transparent table, pool, cluster, and so far. That all is supported, only restrictions. Yeah. If you would like to maybe join different tables or dynamically on the SAP side, that's possible. We have here that functionality is supported. Then we have other components. For example, we have in components to access function modules in BAPIs. This component is important because it offers read and write access. So if you have any scenario where you would like to write your data back to your SAP system, and let's say you have in a process where you create any data outside of the SAP system, and you would like to bring that data back into your SAP system, or if you have a planning tool and you would like to bring your planning data back to your SAP system, that is also supported and by the function module. Then we have the OGP component. It's the newest technology supported by the SAP system. This component support different source object types on the SAP system, from the ERP system, S/4HANA systems, and from the BW and BW for HANA systems. So, for example, it supports CDS views. It supports HANA views. Different HANA views are supported. Different HANA view types are supported. It supports different BW info providers. So if we are talking about info objects, about ADSO in BW and so far, that's all is supported. Ensure extractors and data sources. As you see, different source object types are supported, and most important, for example, features for incremental load are supported with, for example, extractors or other source object types. That means when you load the data in incremental, SAP system will just deliver all the changes that exist on the SAP system since the last execution, and all that delta management, that incremental load, is managed by the SAP system. So if you would like to access your BW system, we offer here separate components where you can extract data from your info providers, cubes, multi-provider, and so far, and from your queries. And we offer a separate component if you'd like to extract BW hierarchies. For hierarchy, it's important because you may have different hierarchy types in your BW system, like time-dependent, version-dependent, and so far. And with this component, you will be able to accept all the hierarchies. With the cube component, it's also important that we offer features that you can even very big cubes or queries can be extracted, even when we are talking about millions of rows and so far. Okay, that is so far here the overview and the architecture of Xtract for Alteryx. Now I would switch to live demo and show you that directly. So for that, I have started here my Alteryx Designer. And when you install our product Xtract for Alteryx, then you have here a tab for that, Xtract for Alteryx. And in that tab, you see here the different components that can be used. So again here, function module in PAPI, cubes, info providers, BW hierarchies, Xtract ODP component, and an Xtract table component. Okay, let's start with a simple approach. For example, let's just take here the table component. In this scenario, we'll just extract data from SAP tables. Here on the left side, you can define an SAP connection. As you see here, I have connections to different SAP systems. So it can connect to an ERP system, to a BW system, to an S4HANA, to BW for HANA, and so far that all is supported. And let me show you how the connection looks. So you have here the possibility to connect to an SAP single application server. If you have load balancing, you can connect to a message server, no problem. You need here the connection data, for example, client, username, password. As you see, you can use other authentication options like SNC. So secure network communication and so far, that's all is supported. And here you have few advanced options, for example, using RFC library and so far. Let me here click on test connection. So you see my connection is successful. I'm connected to an ERP system. And now I can here click on here on edit and can search directly on my SAP system. So in this case, I would click here on add. And now I can search either using the SAP table name, or I can search for description. Both is possible. In my case, for example, let's search for SAP customer master data. So here I get a list of possible tables. In my case, I would take this one here. This table offers the customer master general data. So that's fine for me. Let's say okay. And now I have the fields available in that table with the descriptions. So here I have the option to select either all the columns that I need or just some columns. So for example, I can here select this one, the customer number, maybe here this one, the country key and name, and so far. If I would like to search, that's possible. So I can search here directly for the field name. I can search here for the description. For example, if I search here for city, so I have here different options. So maybe let's take this field too. Yeah. So we have now that here. And now I can here click on load live preview. So now I have a live preview directly from my SAP system. So here you see the customer number, the country, the customer name, the customer city. Yeah. I have here the options to get the number of rows in my SAP table. So in this case, I see here a number of rows. It's a customer master data. It's an SAP demo system, so it has about 9,000 rows. If you'd like to define a word clause to create a filter, that's possible. So let's see here, for example, this field. I have here different values. For example, US, DE for Germany, and so far. So here, if I would like to make a filter, I can say, so I need here the table name and here the field name, and I can set it to US. So again, I can now click on load live preview. So I see here now the values with this filter, and again, I can here click count rows to see, okay, how many rows do I have with the current word clause. Okay, there are many further options possible. For example, here, if we click here on the settings, we can here define some packaging. Package, it means the number of rows extracted in each package. If I have a big table, I would like to extract that in packages, not in just one package, maybe in 10 or 20 or 5 packages. So here, that is the number of rows in each package. We offer here a function module that support extraction of data from specific tables like cluster and pool tables without any restrictions, and that offers functionality to extract data in background. That's maybe very important for a very big table when we have maybe hundreds of millions of rows and so forth. So that's important that we run the job in SAP in the background, and that offer functionality to join data. So let me show you that. Here we have now defined the customer general master data. If you'd like to add a second table to join that, that's possible. So let me here start, for example, for another customer master table, and in this case, maybe let's take this one here. So you see that the customer master sales data. So let's select the table. So to leave the table, you see in this table, for example, we have fields like sales organization, distribution channel, and division, and so on. So I would like to select these colors here from the tables. And what's important is we have here a join statement that is directly generated based on the metadata on the SAP system. So if I click now here on that, so I see here the fields. That means here that I have here a join based on this field, that the customer number. So here you see the customer, the fields available. If I would like to change that, for example, that's possible. If I would like to add a new one, a new field, and so on, that's also supported. Okay. So again, if I click here on live preview, so I can have here live preview of my data. Okay, let's say that's fine so far. And now if I click here, the preview tool, and let me start that. Okay, perfect. That was it. So here you see I have a detailed plot, what happens so far, and I click here in my data. So let's make it in a big window and see that. So here you see the fields that we have selected. We have other options, for example, here, as you see here, the color names, we have here the option prefixed code. That means I have the name of the table and I have the name of the fields. If I'd like to have another option, for example, only the color names, or maybe I would like to have the description and so far, so that's all is possible. Let me show you that here. I can run it, for example. Okay, and now you see here I have the field description. That's all is possible. Okay, so that is here a workflow that we have created together. If you like, maybe to just start with some templates, that's possible. Since we offer some templates, let me show you that. For example, here in this folder, I have here some samples, and for example, you see here here master customer data, for example, master vendor data, and so forth. Let's say we would like to have the master customer data, so I can use it here directly. Okay, so as you see here, for example, here it's predefined different tables for the customer master data. So here we have the list, and we have here the definition of each one. Yeah. So that is here predefined insofar, and just in one click you can run it and just use it. Yeah. Here I run it. I have here then all the data. Let me see here a preview of that. So that's here from the general master data. Here I have the partner functions. Here I have again the sales data. And here, for example, I have the company code master data for customers so far. So that makes it easier maybe just to start or to prototype or to make a POC and so far. And sure, if you'd like to make any changes, no problem. Here again, you have the definition. So you can just open it again, maybe here change the selection of the colors. You can change here the workflows and so far. So that's all is possible. Okay, so that is so far about the table component. we have, let me create a new workflow. We have different further options. So as I told you again, you can use maybe the ODP component. Let me start with that. So the ODP component is the newest technology offered by SAP to access SAP data and so far. In this case, let me here maybe connect to an S/4HANA system. And let me click on edit. And now, based on your SAP source system, you have here different options, different contexts. So you can extract CDS views, ABAP CDS views. CDS stands for Core Data Services. So that's supported. So you can just search here directly. Again, here you have options to extract info provider from your BW system. In this case, I am connected with an S/4HANA system that has an embedded BW system. And for that, I have that context, BW context. So can extract BW objects. And here you see I have different options for info projects. So that can be master data or info objects, text info objects, and so far. That all is possible. And other options would be the HANA views. Since my S/4HANA system is run on a HANA database, and then I can access all that HANA information views. And the other option is here the extractors and data sources. And the extractors and data sources are part of the so-called SAP business content. And one of the important features of that is here, as you see on the left side, that it would offer an update mode out of the box. That means data can be extracted incrementally from the SAP system. Okay, I have prepared here a scenario with an extractor from my ERP system. So for that, let me here connect to my ERP system. And again, let me go here and search. As you see now, as I'm connected with an ERP system, only one context is available, and that's here for data sources. So again, as we have worked with customer, let me search here for an extractor for customer master data. So here again, you see you have extractors not only for customer master data, but for hierarchies, for example, for text, and for transactional data. That's all is possible. So let me select this one here, the extractor for customer master data. And here you see I have different options. So I would like to, if you'd like to extract the data in an incremental mode, that's also supported insofar. And I can now click on OK and just run it. Data update, data extract data. Here there's options. That means I can run the data. I would get, in this case, all the data at the moment in the SAP system, and the next run, the SAP system would just deliver the changes that have been created. Okay, so let me run that. So now in the SAP system, in the background, the job is running, that extracting data from that extractor. So if I click here on preview now, as you see here, I have all the data so far. So here the scenario would be sure in your Alteryx workflow that you process that data, maybe you write it to a database and so far. And in the next run, when we get the incremental data from the SAP system, then you have to post-process that to merge it and so far in the existing data so far. Okay, so now let me run that again, the same extractor without any changes. And now if you see here, I get just one row. Yeah. What does it mean? That means in this about 1 minute and so far since our extraction, a change has been done on the SAP system with this customer number, and I get this data from the SAP system. And now here my job would be to merge it maybe in my existing extractions. Yeah? And let me run that again. And for each run, I would just get the changes. Now, if you see here, I have 0. That means SAP system say, okay, no, I don't have any changes. Yeah, and so you can schedule that, and you can run it every night, every 6 hours, as you like. And if we are thinking here maybe about transactional data, maybe financial data, and so on, and others, when you have hundreds of millions of rows in your SAP system, so that functionality is offered out of the box of your SAP system. Yeah. As you see, just use this option here, and SAP will deliver all the changes. Okay, that is now so far about here the ODP component. We have seen the table component, the ODP component, and there are further options. Again, you can extract data from Q, from BW, query, as I've told you here, the ODP. That's all is possible. We don't have time in this webinar to go through each of the components. We have technical documentation where every component is described with a scenario and with all settings and best practices so far. So you are welcome then to use it or to come back to ask us. Okay, let me now switch again to my presentation. Okay, so we have seen the scenario now except for Alteryx. So again, let's see why you should use Xtract Universal. So as a first point, and the user, the Alteryx user can build his SAP extraction directly in the Alteryx Designer. So since we have here an embedded SAP connector. It has table functionalities that support maybe table join. You can join tables. You can run that in SAP in the background. If you think about the big tables that you have in SAP, you have here an ODP component with different support for different source objects, as we have seen. So CDS views, extractors, signer views, BW info providers. Incremental load is supported out of the box, as we have seen in this scenario so far. And sure, with Xtract Universal, you have a user-friendly interface and experience. As an SAP partner, we are certified, so we have a product that is based on certified, and we have further benefits. Maybe we can talk later about that, and that include, for example, the free trial budget that we offer, the public documentation, and so forth. So that was so far about the first approach with Xtract for Alteryx, and now we would see the second approach with Xtract Universal. So Xtract Universal is a standalone extractor, as we see here in the middle. So on the as a source system, we still have the SAP system as we have described, all SAP NetWeaver-based systems, beginning by ERP S/4HANA until BW and BW for HANA, all modules and so far that is supported. Xtract Universal offer different components again where you can extract data. So again, functionalities that we have seen like table and table join, ODP, BW view, hierarchies and so far that are supported here, and you have here further more options as you see. As Xtract Universal is a standalone extractor, it brings its own support for destinations, and this can be several different destinations. So if you would like to bring it into your BI or analytics tool, that's supported. So that can be, for example, Alteryx. Xtract Universal offers that data for Alteryx Designer. We will see that again later in the live demo. But further BI and analytics tools are supported, and that include the well-known, like, for example, Power BI, Tableau, Click, or maybe MicroStrategy, and many others. If you talk about scenario where you would like to bring your data into cloud, if we are thinking about any big data scenarios or machine learning and artificial intelligence scenarios that run in the cloud, so that's supported. Yeah, so you can bring it maybe in your Microsoft Azure cloud storage or your Amazon S3 storage and so far. So that's supported. If you are thinking about data warehouses or databases scenarios, Again, here all well-known databases and data warehouses are supported. That start by the classical databases like Oracle, SQL Server, IBM DB2, data warehouses like Exasol, Teradata, and so far are supported. If you have a cloud data warehouse like Amazon Redshift, Azure Cloud Storage, or even Snowflake, that is supported. Others like public or open source databases, MySQL or PostgreSQL, and many others are supported. So here you see the benefit. You have one connector that can bring your data into several different destinations. Okay, now let's switch to a live demo with the Xtract Universal to show you how would that work. And so here again, I have the Xtract Universal Designer. Let me show you that. No, I would like just disconnect. Okay, and now I would like to connect to my server that is running here on the local host. So I have here in Designer and I have server, and both are running on the same machine. I would just connect. So in general, you would start here with defining your source connection to your SAP system. Let me do that here. So here you see again, you can define connections to different SAP systems. And here, if you check again, so that here is my connection to my ERP system. So the connection is similar to that we have seen so far. Here I can check it. I have a successful connection. That's fine so far. And then in the next step, I would have to define my connection to the destination system. You have to click just here on Add and just select here the destination type. So as I told you, for example, Alteryx is supported. We would see in a scenario with that. I will show you other scenario where we connect to a database. Yeah? So when we are talking about BI and analytics tools, so Alteryx is supported, but we have other that are supported. And let's see that, for example, Power BI, Click, and Tableau and MicroStrategy are supported. If you are talking about cloud storage, as I have seen, so Amazon S3 is supported, Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake is supported, and we are talking about databases and data warehouses. Here you see a whole list of possible systems. So Vertica, Teradata, Snowflake, SQL Server, and Redshift, PostgreSQL, Oracle, MySQL, and so far, or maybe HANA database and DB2 database, or if you are running here your database in Azure, that's supported. So for us today, I would just take two options. One is the Alteryx. So here, if you select that, you just need a name for the connection. That's all, no further options. Another option would be to use a database. In my case, I would just take SQL Server. And for SQL Server, you have to define the server name and the database name. And here, again, maybe the user, SQL user, and so on. I have prepared that. So here you see I have an Alteryx destination I would be using, and then I have a SQL server local installed, as you see here, and I have the database, and I would use that again. Okay, so now we have our connection to our SAP system. We have our connection to our destinations. We would use Alteryx SQL Server in this case. We would now start to define our extraction. So here, let me click on you. So again, here I can select connection to one of my SAP systems defined. So in my case, let me again connect to my ERP system. So here I see the different components, the different connectors that are supported. Let's maybe here again take some master data, but let's say here maybe master material, for example, and again here select this one. So just to be able to compare both experiences in this case. As here show you have further options as we have talked. You have here you can extract varies, you can extract ABAP reports, ABAP programs, you can extract Open Hub from your BW, you can extract extractors and data sources from all the SAP versions using the Delta Q and so far. So many options are supported. Let's here again take the SAP table component. So here you see, so again it's similar. Again, let me here search for material master data. In this case, let me select this one here. Let's say it's okay. And so here again, you see all the possible fields. So either you can take them all or just some of them. So let me just here select some of them. Okay. And let's make here live preview again. So here I have a live preview again. Here I have count rows, so I can see number of rows extracted. And so far, as I have here a live demo now, I could go here and maybe set here the row limit just maybe 200 rows. Yeah, let's say okay. Let's say okay. So if now we click here on refresh, so you see here our definition. So here we have we have defined here extraction with the name master material. We are using the table connection. We are connected to this SAP system using this connection, and now we have to set our destination. And I would like to use an Alteryx. So in this case, just go to click on destination and click here on Alteryx, and then again here I have the default options. So again, we have that default column name style as we have seen. So for example, I can take either code or prefix code, but it's possible. So far, they say okay. And now in my Alteryx, let me here click a new workflow. When you install your Xtract Universal plugin, here you have that Xtract Universal tool here. So here you define the URL for the server. In this case, that's fine. It's running on localhost on the port. And now here I click on that and I see the list of extractions defined for Alteryx. And as we have done that, we have now here master material. So that's all. And now if I would like here to add a preview and here run that again. So you see now everything here is successful, and now I have my data directly in Alteryx. Okay, so let me here delete that extraction. And as I have told you at the beginning, we offer some templates that you can use. So that is here the folder where my extractions are defined. As you see at the moment, I don't have any extractions, but we deliver some content. We can deliver some content. And for example, if you see here, I have here some definition for some SAP master customer data. Yeah? So I can copy that here. Okay, and if I go here to my designer now, just refresh it. So you see now I have here again that extractions predefined, so I can use them directly. Yeah, and to show you that, for example, let's here select some of them and let's set the destination here for Alteryx. Let's say okay. Okay. Now we have here 3 extractions defined for Alteryx. Let me now go again to Alteryx here, and let me now select my my extraction, and now we see now all the extractions are available. Yeah, so I can now take any other one, no problem. Okay, and let me run that again. Okay, so that's all, and as you see now here, data are available, my SAP data directly here in Alteryx. Okay, so that is here the first approach with Xtract Universal, where we have seen we can define an Xtract Universal, our extractions, we can make it available for Alteryx, and in Alteryx we can consume that data directly, and we can post-process it here. For example, if you'd like to join it with other data to prepare that data and so far, and to bring that data then at the end into our BI environment. It can be a database, or it can be a BI tool like Tableau or Power BI. That all is supported. As Xtract Universal offers different destinations. So let's see how would like to bring that data into a database. Let me take any extraction. Let's take here the customer general. So what I have to do just here, click destination and change my destination. Change it from Alteryx to SQL Server. In this case, let me take here the SQL Server local that I have shown you. So that is here the connection, and now I have default settings. That means Xtract Universal need only the connection. Xtract Universal, when we run the extraction, it's able to create the table on the database with this name here. Data will be inserted, and I would have the data. We have here different other options. I would just take here the default settings. Let's say click now on OK. Let me go here with to my SQL Server and let me show you the database. So that is here my destination. As you see at the moment, I don't have the table here, yeah, because the table now when I run it, it will be created automatically. So now I can run that extraction here manually, but that extraction can also be scheduled. If you have any scheduler, if you have any other ETL tool and so far, that all can be used. So you see here that's again successful. Yeah, just click on refresh. Here you see then further information. Okay, don't wonder that number of rows is just 100 here for my demo. I just set it to have 100 rows and so far. So for the production environment, you can set it again to the default value where you can accept everything. If I go now to here my Xtract Universal, sorry, to my database and make a refresh. So now we see the SQL Server table has been automatically created. Here I have the columns with the right data type and so far. All that has been done automatically. And let me click here on select. Yeah. Okay, and now you see I have here the data icon. Yeah. And I would like to make it with other extractions that's possible. So you see here for the other extractions, for this one, SQL Server is set as destination. So let me run that. For example, for this one is again, yeah, so I can just run it. Yeah. And if we check here again now our SQL Server database. Okay, so you see here we have now the table here directly, and we can preview the data directly into the SQL Server. Yes. Okay, so that's was so far from my side here. Now we have seen here the live demo with Xtract Universal with the two approaches. The first approach was to bring the data directly from Xtract Universal, from SAP via Xtract Universal to Alteryx. The second approach would be to use another destination, maybe another database. I have used a SQL Server in this case, so I have extracted the data with Xtract Universal from SAP into my SQL Server database, and now Alteryx, for example, can access this data from the SQL Server database and post-process. Let's see together here some of the benefits why you should use Xtract Universal. So again, the benefit is it's standalone SAP extractor that you can use it without any dependencies on other products, on other environments. You can use it for several destinations. We have destination for BI and analytics, for cloud storage, for databases and data warehouses. It offers a central repository and monitoring, as we have seen. We have options, again, as we have seen, for Alteryx, you can join tables, you can run them in background, you can use ODPs and that support different source object types in SAP systems. Incremental load is supported and so forth. Okay, that was so far from my side. Now I would like to ask Benjamin to join me again.
Thank you very much, Koda. Thanks for the interesting demo. Yeah, as you're now interested in the product itself and want to test the software, feel free to download our 30 days free of charge trial version on our website. Of course, we can also extend the trial version if this month should not be enough for you. Just contact us, and yeah, we can send you an extension for that. This trial version is without any restriction, and during this evaluation period, we can, of course, support you by our ticket portal or directly. You already have our contact details, and just contact us, and we will answer your questions. Besides that, we have online help, which contains all the necessary information relating to our product. You can access it either through our website or directly through this presentation. And it, as I already told, contains all the necessary information around the software, around installing the software, and all the important questions. Besides that, we are already available in some social media channels. So now we're looking forward to your questions. We have already a few of them. I would start with the first question relating to Xtract for Alteryx. Koda, that's a question for you. How fast does Xtract for Alteryx perform when extracting large tables?
Okay, so sure, that depends on your SAP system performance and the network. That depends on many technical environments, like number of columns extracted. So, for example, the big tables may have 100 of columns. So if you select maybe 50 columns or 200s, it depends on your word clause that is defined. If you have an index on the table, so you see there are different technical questions that have to be clear and discussed. We, from our side, we offer best possibilities to do that. Let me show you that here directly. So what we offer here a packaging, so you can extract, so example given basic and pickup, so that are the header and the segment data for financial. So the line segments, so you can extract them in packages. That is one big benefit. We offer here a function model that compress that data, so you have a compression. And what's very important with our function model, we can run that data in the SAP in the background, and that has many benefits. So what I can do, we have customers who are running such data with more than 300 million rows, and that run actually with our best practices without any issues. A second approach would be to extract that data not directly from tables, but from the data sources. Yeah, so there are our data sources and the extractors for that. And here again, it would be to use maybe the ODP component, as I have showed you, to extract that extractor for those extractors. And the benefit would be then you can, after that, just extract the changes, the data incremented from a SAP side. Yeah, you don't have to make a full load insofar. So I hope that I have answered the questions. If there remain anything open, unanswered, please come back again to me, to us.
Okay, thanks, Koda. Do you need advanced programming knowledge to use Xtract for Alteryx?
Okay, I see. I hope that you have seen in my presentation. What you need is, sure, at the beginning, you need here the connection at first to your SAP systems, yeah, that you can define that. And what you need is, when you, let's say here, define an object, what you really need is the technical object names to see, okay, I would like to have the exact customer master data, which table should I use? Yeah, and in that table I have different columns, which column should I use? Yeah, so you need that information. Maybe you have to work with one colleague from the SAP side to help you with that. And what I have shown you is we offer here some samples, some business content. Yeah, you can just use it and try that. Yeah, for, let's say, a small POC or for prototyping. Insofar, so we can offer that. We have further documents and references that we can also offer to help you in that.
Okay. Does Xtract for Alteryx affect SAP performance in any way?
Okay, so that's question is a little bit similar to the first one. So sure, when you are extracting data from SAP, independently of which tool you are using, either if you are using with us, if you are using with the SAP own tools and so far, so there are sure some effect, yeah. But with our best practices, you can do that in an optimal way, yeah. And sure, for example, again, an option would be to use extractors in incremental mode, and that would make the effect very, very minimal, for example.
Okay, can the Xtract for Alteryx be included in a scheduled workflow?
Yeah, that's supported out of the box.
Okay.
Yeah, you can schedule it on the desktop, and if you have a server, you can deploy it to the server and deploy it there too.
Also a question which is a kind of similar. Can Xtract for Alteryx set to extract data from BW in a weekly or monthly schedule and save the extracted into a specific location and file name?
Okay, so the question is not clear for me, but I would say in general, yes, that's possible. That can be done. I would ask here to contact us again after the web session, maybe. So because we need some information about that, and can give you some tutorial or some recommendation how that can be done. Yeah, I would be happy to support you with that.
Okay, then do you offer support for a POC?
Yes, sure. Just contact us. So during the evaluation, support is for free. If you need more POC training and so far, sure, we can talk about that. We will be happy to help you.
Okay, then we have a last question for me. How do we license the software? So we license our software. It's a little bit depending on the product itself. So Xtract Universal is licensed relating to the server, relating to the amount of server. So it's independent how much data volume you use, how much local installations you have. Just the server installation has to be licensed. And relating to Xtract for Alteryx, we offer two kinds of models. So it's a desktop version and there's a server version available. If you have any questions relating to the prices, of course, we can forward them afterwards. We offer perpetual one and a subscription license for both products. Just contact me afterwards and I can forward the prices. Good. If there are no further questions, yeah, we can. We will wish you a nice day and thank you very much for joining the webinar. And if you have any further questions, just contact us. After the webinar, we will have a survey. It would be great if you could join that. And if you have any questions, as I said, contact us. And now enjoy your day. Thank you very much for joining. And we're looking forward to getting in contact with you.
Yeah, and from my side again, thank you. And I'm looking forward to work with you. Thank you. Have a nice day.